City Council regular meeting Thursday, May 28th May 28th, 2026 at 7:05 p.m. Call this meeting to order. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Heavenly Father, as we begin tonight's City Council meeting for the City of Kirby, we ask that you guide us and lead us with open minds, open hearts, wisdom, and compassion to make decisions for our community. Lord, we especially thank you for your protection during this week's severe weather event. We are grateful that no lives were lost, and we continue to pray for all the families and residents impacted by the storms. Bring peace and comfort to those who experience fear and uncertainty during those difficult moments. We pray for strength during the recovery and cleanup efforts, not only here in Kirby, but for all cities and communities that were affected. Bless our first responders, emergency crews, volunteers, and neighbors helping one another through this time. May we continue to stay united as a community with faith, resilience, and compassion for one another. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. In your name we pray, amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mission statement. The City of Kirby is dedicated to delivering excellent municipal services to our community in a fiscally responsible manner. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick.
Present.
Councilmember Lozano. Councilmember Garza.
Here.
Councilmember Molina.
Here.
Councilmember Street.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca.
Here.
Mayor Greider.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Councilor Lozano did notify she would not be in attendance tonight. Moving on to 5 citizen participation. First up, we have David Barbosa. Please step up to the podium.
Mayor, City Council, and residents of Kirby. My name is David Barbosa. I want to talk to you about, bad weather we had the other day. First of all, thank God everybody's doing okay. I'm glad we could have been a lot worse. First of all, I want to thank the first responders, Public Works, and everybody who helped out in making sure and to ensure our safety. And I think we need to work together and not trying to figure out the extent of the storm, but to help our neighbors. There's people out there who need help because of the damage. There's people out there who can't afford to get the help. And I think more important than anything else at this point is to help out our neighbors. We can figure out how bad it was instead of the storm later. Right now, we need to help our neighbors. There's a lot of damage as far as trees. There's elderly people here who can't, clean up, and there's people who can help. And again, I want to thank everybody. You can't thank them enough, but let's concentrate on helping our neighbors. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to 6, consideration and action on meeting minutes. 6A, special meeting minutes, May 7th, 2026.
Mayor, I make a motion that we accept the special meeting minutes dated May 7th, 2026.
And a motion to accept special meeting minutes, May 7th, 2026. First by Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca, second by Councilor Molina. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick.
Yes.
Councilmember Garza.
Abstain.
Councilmember Molina.
Yes.
Councilmember Street.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca.
Yes.
Mayor Greider.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to 6B, special meeting minutes, May 13th, 2026.
Mayor, I make a motion to accept the special meeting minutes dated May 13th, 2026.
Second.
Have a motion to accept special meeting minutes dated May 13th, 2026. First, Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca, second, Councilor Molina. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick.
Yes.
Councilmember Garza.
Abstain.
Councilmember Molina.
Yes.
Councilmember Street.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca.
Yes.
Mayor Greider.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 6C, regular meeting minutes, May 14, 2026.
Mayor, I make a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes dated May 14th, 2026.
Second.
Have a motion to accept regular meeting minutes dated May 14, 2026, first by Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca, second by Councilmember Molina. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick.
Yes.
Councilmember Garza.
Yes.
Councilmember Molina.
Yes.
Councilmember Street.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca.
Yes.
Mayor Greider.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to 7A, updates, Ackerman Road project.
So it will be Public Works, customer harassment.
Hello. On the Agmer project, APR is working on its final punch list. They are working on the stakeholder that is here on Gippsstrong. Their estimated time, they're trying to finish it either by tomorrow, if not by Saturday the latest. It's taking a little bit longer than expected due to the weather, but they are finally working on it and trying to finish it by
7B, Kirby mass notification system.
Okay, so as you can see on the screens, we do have the Kirby Mass Notification System up and running. We were utilizing this to keep citizens who have signed up informed throughout what was going on with the storm, and we will continue to use it to provide updates. So you can either scan the QR code, or you can go onto the Kirby website. It is on the front page. There's also a drop down under community to sign up online as well. And while we are on the subject, when it comes to damage that you might have sustained or your neighbor might have sustained, if you would go also on the Kirby website on the front of the page, and there's also a drop down under communities, to use this link to sign up and provide any photos that you have to give over to Mayor County. To say, Mayor Greider.
Thank you. All right, moving on to 8, presentation. 8A, proclamation for Asian American and Pacific Island Heritage Month. We have in attendance the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. If you'd like to come up to the front.
Yes. Okay, yes. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Janisha Greider and council members. I'm Chanel Ramondo, the Region Chair of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Greater San Antonio, where our mission is to inspire the spirit of entrepreneurship among Filipinos, Filipino Americans, and their friends to promote the growth of business and professions and to be of service to our communities. It's truly an honor to celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month here in Kirby, Texas. We're fortunate to have a vibrant network of Asian organizations like the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio and many others who have brought us incredible events such as the San Antonio Restaurant Passport for AAPI Month, Asian Festival, and the Asian Resource Center. These gatherings highlight the cultural richness that we're so proud of. As we recognize the AAPI community as the fastest growing in the country, growing by over 80% in the last 2 decades, we also honor the spirit of servant leadership. Leaders like Mayor Greider remind us of the impact of stepping forward and joining in our celebrations, like Adobo Throwdown, where she helped us show how to make lumpia, and also was our speaker during our Celebrating Women Inspiring Change event. These moments uplift and unite our diverse community. And as we look ahead, let's mark our calendars for the Organization of Filipinos in Texas Independence Day Gala on June 13th
as well as Uva Fest at Hemisphere Park. And we also have our ribbon cutting ceremony at Luna Event Center on June 20th. Another fantastic opportunity to come together as a community. Let's continue to lead by serving and celebrating each other. Thank you all, and let's enjoy the rest of AAPI month. We also have our singer, MJ, who will be singing a song. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's our language, Tagalog. You like it? I know you don't understand, but at least the melody. Hope you like it. Kung ang tinig mo'y di naririnig, ano nga bang halaga ng buhay sa daigdig? Darating ba ang isa ngayon at magbabago ang panahon? Kung ang bawat pagdating ay laging pawalong, aanhin ko ba dito sa mundo ang mga matang nakikita'y di totoo? May ngiting luha ang likuran, may paglayang tanong ay kailan. Bakit di natin isabog ang pagmamahal? Sundan mo ng tanaw ang buhay. Mundo ay punan mo ng saya, gawing magkulay. Iisa lang ang ating lahi, iisa lang ang ating lipi. Bakit di pagmamahal ang ialay mo? Pangunawang tunay ang siyang nais ko. Ang pagdamay sa kapwa'y nandyan sa palad mo. Di ba't ang gabi ay mayroong wakas? Pagkatapos ng dilim ay may liwanag. Araw ay agad nasisikat, iilawan ang ating landas ng magkaisa, bawat nating pangarap. Sundan mo ng tanaw ang buhay. Mundo ay punan mo ng saya, gawing magkulay. Isa lang ang ating lahi, isa lang ang ating lipi. Bakit di pagmamahal ang ialay mo? Pangunawang tunay ang siyang nais ko. Ang pagdamay sa kapwa'y nandyan sa palad mo. Sundan mo ng tanaw ang buhay. Mundo ay punan mo ng saya, gawing magkulay. Iisa lang ang ating lahi, iisa lang ang ating lipi. Bakit di pagmamahal ang ialay mo? Pangunawang tunay ang siyang nais ko. Ang pagdamay sa kapwa'y nandyan sa palad mo. Thank you so much.
Great job, MJ. Wow, that's a beautiful voice. If the chamber, you want to come up and we can just read the proclamation? So the proclamation from the city of Kirby Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Whereas the City of Kirby proudly acknowledges the rich diversity of its residents and recognizes the many cultures and communities that contribute to the vibrancy and strength of our city. And whereas each May, our nation observes Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month to honor the history, culture, and achievements of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders across the United States. And whereas Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders represent a wide range of distinct and vibrant cultures, languages, and histories, with roots that span the Asian continent and the Pacific islands of Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. And whereas the contributions of AAPI individuals to the arts, sciences, education, business, public service, and many other areas have enriched our communities and helped shape the history of our nation and our city. And whereas the City of Kirby is committed to fostering an inclusive community where all cultures are celebrated and where diversity is seen as a source of strength and unity. And whereas recognizing AAPI Heritage Month provides an opportunity to reflect on the challenges faced by AAPI communities, to honor their perseverance, and to celebrate the ongoing impact of their heritage and traditions. Now therefore I, Janisha Brighter, Mayor of the City of Kirby, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2026 as the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And the City of Kirby, and I recognize all residents who join in celebrating the history, heritage, and contribution of Asian American and Pacific Islander communities to our city and nation. Next, we have a bead pinning ceremony for first-time firefighters and fire captains.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, citizens. I'd like to put in perspective just how rare the profession truly is. Texas is home to approximately 3.7 million people. Out of those 31 million Texans, only 20,500 serve as career firefighters. That means career firefighters make up approximately 0.065% of the total population. That is less than 1/10 of 1%. Think about what that means. In a state of millions, only a select few choose a profession that demands running toward danger, making critical decisions under pressure, and placing the needs of complete strangers above their own comfort and safety. This profession demands discipline, resilience, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to service. It requires individuals willing to stand ready at any hour, on any day, regardless of the challenges placed in front of them. But the sacrifice does not belong to the firefighters alone. Behind every firefighter is a family that also serves in its own way. Families who accept the missed holidays, interrupted dinners, sleepless nights, long shifts, and the uncertainty that comes every time the tones drop. While firefighters carry the responsibility of protecting the city and its community, their families carry the weight of not knowing if their loved one will make it home at the end of the ship. That burden is a rarely seen, rarely discussed, and impossible to measure. Yet they carry it anyway, quietly, faithfully, and without asking for recognition. This badge represents all those sacrifices. Very few people earn the privilege of wearing this badge. Very few families accept the responsibility and the sacrifice that comes with it. And professions built on the level of commitment and sacrifice should never be taken for granted. The badge that you are about to receive, wear with pride. You earned it. At this time, I would like to invite the family members of each firefighter to come forward and pin the badge on our loved ones. And we're going to start with Alexander Lamar. Congratulations. Next firefighter will be Rolando Garcia. Congratulations as well. David Ramirez. Congratulations. Roman Ramiro. Congratulations, firefighters. Thank you for your service.
You're allowed to be happy about it.
I want to get individual here. You want to do everyone and then the families also, the individuals. This is their moment. I want to make sure they get their photos.
So let's get everyone. Everyone again.
community members to come up one at a time to take pictures.
along with law enforcement officers across our nation. Every day our officers put on the badge and make sacrifices to protect our community, maintain peace, and serve with courage and dedication. Their commitment does not go unnoticed, and we are grateful for the work they do to keep our residents safe. On behalf of the City of Kirby, thank you to all law enforcement officers for your service, your professionalism, and your unwavering commitment to our communities. We proudly stand with you this National Police Week and every week. May God continue to watch over and protect each and every one of you. I would like to profoundly recognize National EMS Week and honor the dedicated emergency medical service professionals who serve our community each and every day. Our EMS personnel are often the first to respond during someone's worst moment. Their compassion, quick thinking, professionalism, and life-saving care make a tremendous difference in the lives of our residents. On behalf of the City of Kirby, thank you for your sacrifice, your long hours, and your unwavering commitment to protecting the health and safety of our community. We truly appreciate you. And so everybody, please join me in recognizing and thanking our EMS heroes during National EMS Week. Through my experience, especially recently during the storms and emergency situations, I watched everyone come together, high water rescue, emergency medical call, police response, emergency management coordination, and all behind the scenes that they work that many people never see. Sometimes people may, let me tell you, this is what I feel like. Sometimes people might speak negatively, but guess what? When something happens, you call 911 and you want them to come, right? That's the first person you hope they come and you want them to come. You're actually trusting that someone will answer and someone will come help you. That takes dedication, sacrifice, teamwork, and professionalism. So again, tonight on behalf of the City of Kirby, I want to thank all of you personally, EMS personnel, police, emergency responders, emergency management teams, and everything that you do for our residents every single day. We truly appreciate your service, your commitment to our community.
Thank you.
All right. We have 9A. Yes.
Madam Mayor, can we move B before A? B is discussing the discussion and possible action to approve resolution 2026-5252, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents to obtain and enter into an agreement with whomever for a foundation repair vendor for the CDBG Seniors Center PY 25 project.
Second.
I have a motion to move B, discussion of possible action to approve resolution 2026-5252, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents to obtain and enter into agreement with blank for a foundation repair vendor for the CDBG Senior Center fiscal year project 2025. First by Councilmember Molina, second by Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Molina,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca,
Yes.
Mayor Ryder.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. So we're gonna have B first, discussion of possible action to approve resolution 2026-5252, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents to obtain and enter into an agreement with Blank for a foundation repair vendor for CDBG Senior Center fiscal year 25 project.
Okay, so at your dais, you should see the comparison note for the foundation repair. And we're gonna have Ms. Gomez come and speak on behalf of what those bids are, she received that.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Where would you like me to begin?
You are gonna present for this item.
Okay. So, we obtained multiple estimates, for the foundation repair project. And just to kind of loop y'all in, this is actually project number 1. After I obtained the quotes for the foundation, they actually provided recommendations regarding the painting. So it's just an order on it, but the actual number 1 project for the senior center is the actual foundation. As you're aware. I've contacted 3, and then I decided to call a 4th one because there was such a variance in the first 3 estimates. Ocean Foundation, as you can see, GL Hunt Foundation, Pinnacle Foundation, and Bear Foundation. So with Ocean Foundation, you can see the total cost is $23,655. It has a 10-year warranty, limited warranty, and they advised it would take approximately 2 to 3 days to complete. They also advised they would not be able to do it during weekends. They would actually have to do it through Monday through Friday. When we discussed this, I advised about having to be open a certain amount of days to meet the requirements. He mentioned that they can actually work during Monday through Friday, and it should cause little disturbance. The most disturbance for this one actually is when they work outside in the front, they would probably have to have an alternate entrance, which we can go through in the kitchen. And GL Hunt Foundation repair. Now the Ocean was foundation repair inside the main room, and it would be around like the restroom area, it's kind of dipping. And then they also included an estimate for sidewalk repair, which is, when looking at the building from the front to the left of the building, that kind of takes you back to some equipment back there. It's not a heavily used sidewalk, however, it is cracking. The GL Hunt Foundation repair also includes the sidewalk repair as well, but you can see the estimate cost for that is a little over $30,000 for that one. All 4, just so I can point out, are all steel piers that they've included in their estimate. Everyone is approximately the same as far as time frame to finish. Pinnacle Foundation is foundation repair only. They did not include sidewalk repair because that's not their specialty. And I also spoke with a few individuals in regards to foundation, and what I was advised in regards to the sidewalk, it wouldn't be a permanent fix. It would be, if y'all are familiar with that foam that they lift up concrete with, they mentioned they would those foundation repairs typically do that as opposed to true concrete work. And they mentioned it would probably last about 2 to 3 years. So, their foundation, their estimate was 31 to 33. However, it was not as detailed as the previous 3. If you got to see the attachment that I submitted for it, it was just a general overview of a broad overview of the project. So it could be possible that it goes down, it could be possible that it goes up. The estimated warranty, I did confirm on that one, is a lifetime warranty. Now, as far as all of them are concerned, Ocean, which I thought was a little bit strange, they're the only one that didn't require a hydrostatic test after the work is completed to honor the warranty. They mentioned it'd be a good idea for the city to get one, but they said it's not a requirement for the warranty. They also are the 10-year warranty as well. With GL Hunt Foundation and Pinnacle Foundation, the hydrostatic testing is included in the estimate. And with Barrett Foundation, the hydrostatic is also included as well. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Councilmember Street, I have a couple questions. There are various numbers of pilings between, Ocean has 15, Hunt has 20, Pinnacle has 19, and Baird said 14. Why? I mean, do they space them out differently? What's the difference?
Basically, the one with the most piers. When we originally submitted for the CDBG grant, almost 2 years ago, it was initially kind of dipping on the left side where the restroom is, and really very, very, very little movement, if zero, actually towards like the kitchen.
So you wouldn't expect to do the whole thing?
Yeah, so that they were saying, well, might as well include that. Different pilings are concerned, because I saw that too, and I was kind of wondering why such a large discrepancy on it.
That's undoubtedly, okay, good. Also, because this is using grant money, do we have to take the lowest bid?
Mr. Jones?
No, you can sometimes do what they call it, like the best company, the name is.
I don't think so, because on the street, we had to take the lowest one, and that was a CDBG grant. That's why I want to make sure we know that.
Yeah, CBD grant, I believe we did.
Well, that's what this is using,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna guess that we don't have a choice here.
So we
We need to look at that carefully.
find out for sure.
Yeah, we need to look for sure.
Okay, those were my questions then, thank you.
Councilmember Garza?
I just want to ask where the majority of the cracking on the sidewalks is happening, because from the pictures here, it just looks like it's at the back of the senior center. So is there any cracking happening along any of the walkway area that's going to the front? So really,
the most serious was towards the back, which I reached out to our public works and showed the area to them to see if that was something we could do in-house, and mentioned that would be an easy fix. It would be very cost effective as compared to getting it done with a foundation.
and bottom line though, no seniors are basically walking back there usually, correct? I mean, there's no reason why y'all are walking around the building or anything, right?
Not back there.
Okay, well then, a lot of these that include the sidewalk repair, don't necessarily make a lot of sense, even if it's only in the last 2 years anyway, so. I feel that I know what thanks.
And Mayor, that is correct. This is CBDG, so we will have to go with the lowest response. Yeah,
Thank you.
we're gonna have to do that.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Molina?
Sorry, but let's say I guess Pinnacle, so the one that's lowest, do they require us to do the hydrostatic test, or it says included in it? So they will include that prior, post, and then after it's done as well? Okay. And they look at approximately 3 days for them to complete everything?
Yes.
Okay. And the sidewalk, is this one the one that
Are you looking at,
The sidewalk?
looking at a picture?
No, I'm looking at just your, the worksheet.
Yeah, Pinnacle doesn't include the sidewalk. Pinnacle, the one you're looking at, that's just strictly foundation.
Oh, that's not, okay, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so because Pinnacle is not including the sidewalk repair, so we're really not comparing exact same things here, so the bid is lower, but, like Councilmember Street said, we have to take the lowest bid, but it's not including the sidewalk, so how's that gonna work out?
If you look at, because I have the estimates provided, I don't know if it was included in the packet. They itemize each item, because I explained so we may not necessarily get the sidewalk. So they included it, and we can always take it out.
Yeah, because, so we would have to, look at the cost estimates without the sidewalk to be able to be fair about making a decision. So, and then, another question I have, so recently, within the past year, the sidewalks was fixed, the parking lot there in the front, was that within a year? Remember when they did the repairs in the front, because, I guess the sidewalk wasn't even?
That was,
That's very noisy.
yeah, I was like, that's way before me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was just gonna ask, was it cracked at that time? That it,
Yeah, I wouldn't recall.
okay, all right, I don't remember when it was, it's been a long, it's been a good minute. Okay, so can we get
Mayor,
those,
Mo has an insight.
I can answer that question.
Oh, okay.
What you were referring to, on the entrance, on the concrete and asphalt on it, it did have cracks at the time. That was the reason why they went ahead and fixed it. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the handicap ramp for seniors, it wasn't up to code, so they had to get everything up to code at that moment.
okay, so that's why they made it kind of flushed.
Yes, ma'am.
The asphalt, okay, do you remember when that was?
Honestly,
And
no.
then fix that when they did the parking lot?
Yeah.
Did they adjust it when they did fix the parking lot? So that's been, 4 years?
Has it been that long?
3 or 4, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit of time.
Okay, all right, thank you for that. And, okay, so can we get those cost estimates, not including the sidewalk repair, so we can look at all of that? And that's all I have, thank you. And, Councilmember,
Okay, so this changed the original, my question is if we have to go with the lowest bidder, because when I was reading the contract for Pinnacle, it states in there it's not intended to absolutely level the foundation, which is what we're doing with foundation leveling bid. I mean, it's kind of giving the impression that it's kind of band-aiding pieces together and not giving us a full, complete project, like the goal is to level the city center, not just
I think it's almost stabilized.
Councilman Street, she has the floor. And so, my concern is, again, we're looking at apples and oranges. 2 companies are speaking of foundation repair, and the other one on their paperwork, it states only improve the foundation. So are they just giving us a Band-Aid, and 5 years from now, we're gonna be doing this again? So I would need to see a quote that's equal. If we're gonna have to go with the lowest bidder, then it should all either include the sidewalk or not include the sidewalk, for example. So I really can't get much more than that if we have to confirm the lowest bidder.
So what we're gonna do, we are going to take a 10-minute recess. Our city attorney is gonna look over some information, and so we will be back at 8:05 p.m.
I mean, if you would like, you can just skip over it.
You wanna go to the,
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all can skip over it since you've
so
done
the
it.
CBDG, we'll leave those alone, just go on
Yeah.
down to C.
You can do that.
Okay. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, so we're gonna go to 9C, discussion of possible action to appoint 7 members to Charter Review Commission pursuant to section 12.11 of the city charter. We had 2 council members, Councilmember McCormick and Councilmember Garza wanted to ask some questions or citizens speak. We only have a handful here. So, do we know which ones actually in attendance? We have a list.
So I will read off the names. I also have, Judges, you do, I don't know, is Mr. Bador here? No, Mr. Bador. So you do have his paragraph there.
Okay, so we have, Mr. Bedore has a letter.
Yes, okay. Ms. Zelinski? Okay, she's present.
Okay.
Miss,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ms. Bynum is present. Mr. Eklund is present. Mr. Grant is not present. Ms. Sanchez is not present. Ms. Frazier?
Oh, Ms. Valdez.
Ms. Valdez, sorry. She's present. You see Mr. Bundick put in his withdrawal. Ms. Miles, she is present. Ms. Robinson, I do not believe is present at this either. And then Mr. Keene is present.
Okay. So present we have Zelinski, Bynum, Valdez, Miles, and King. Correct?
And Mr. Eklund.
Oh, Mr. Eklund, I'm looking right at you too. So I'm sorry, I'm looking right at you too, sorry. Mr. Eklund, okay. Okay, so, question, do you want them to come up and then each of you can go down if you have something, if you don't have something, or if they want to say something, how do you, would you like to do that since you had some questions? Councilmember Garza?
I just think it might be easier if we ask them all the same types of questions, right? So maybe kind of go down the line and we'll have a question they can answer and each one can answer the same thing. I think that'd be best.
Okay, do you have a list of questions that you particularly were gonna ask them? Okay, how about this, we can go,
Are Jenny up here? None are here?
no, yes they are, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, we got 6 here.
Okay.
So, are we allowed, I just wanna confirm before I do this, I think, right, we can go and get our questions together in executive and then come back out? Or just do everything right now and just?
I would prefer that you do everything here. There's no need, I would say get them up here and then simply ask them their questions.
Okay, so we'll get them up here and then just go down the road, we have a
Yeah,
question to ask.
and
the
just
questions.
let them ask their questions. I mean, we want this to be as transparent as possible.
Okay, the first we have is, first we're gonna call up Sandra Zelinski to the podium. Hi, thank you for applying, number 1. Councilmember Street, do you have any questions?
I don't.
Councilmember Gardner, have a question?
I would just ask that you introduce yourself and just tell us why you'd like to be on the charter review.
All right. My name is Sandra Zelinski. My husband and I have lived here almost 49 years. I know the charter is coming up for review, and I would like to be a part of that. I'd like to be able to read it and see what changes need to be made, change, deleted, whatever. And I'm happy to do that for the city.
Councilman, you have anything?
No.
Mayor Tim, you have anything? Councilmember Cormier, you have anything?
And on order to not be redundant, I think it's just very basic questions such as what Mr. Clark said. Of course, you're a resident of Kirby, and my question was pretty much, what is your vision for the city of Kirby and how would you like to personally contribute to that?
My vision, I would like to see the city of Kirby get along with each other. I'd like to see some changes made, starting with this council. It used to be a very nice place to live. I'd like to see that happen again.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The next we will have come up to the podium, Renee Bynum. All right, Councilmember Street, any questions? No. Councilmember Martin, questions?
Ma'am, if you just introduce yourself and tell us why you'd like to be on the charter.
Yes, sir. Mayor, Council, good evening, residents. My name is Renee Bynum. I've been living on and off in Kirby since 2018. I am active duty, 29 years and 6 months. We'll be retiring this October. Ceremony is going to be at our VFW locally. So as I transition, I would like to help continue serving in my services to the city that we belong in. And I really think because our charter is outdated, that we have many inner operational conflicts in. And I feel that with our 7-member charter, that we can help bring some transparency, some better training, some better ethical standards, and just a focus on what the council does versus the city. And we'll meet whatever deadline y'all choose to have for us.
Councilman Lee, have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Mayor Tom, have any questions?
You're currently on the board, right?
That's my husband, ma'am.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's all.
Councilmember McCormick, any questions?
First of all, thank you for your service and congratulations on your retirement. And actually, while answering Mr. Claus's questions, you acknowledged mine, so thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Again, for applying. There. And then, next we have Tamika Miles to step up to the podium. All right, and then Councilmember Street, any questions?
No.
Councilmember Garza, questions?
I would just like for you to introduce yourself and tell us why you'd like to be on charter review class.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. I am Tamika Miles. I have not been in Kirby very long. I've been here 5 years. I came from the Washington, D.C. area. This happens to be my area of expertise. I've written charters before. I've written bylaws. I'm getting my doctorate. My dissertation is a 920-page governance document. This is something I am passionate about. This is something I'm actually really good at, and I really enjoy the city of Kirby. I'd love to see it flourish. I'd love for it to be a destination, place of destination. I see the value of Kirby, and I want that to come across to others who may not be from Kirby and are transient and can find Kirby as a place of home.
Thank you. Anything else? Councilmember Lee, have any questions?
No, thank you for applying.
Mayor Patel, have any questions?
No, no questions, thank you.
Councilmember McCormick, any questions?
Thank you for the money.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for applying. And then next up, we have to the podium, Carrie King. Please step up to the podium. Councilmember Street, have any questions?
I don't.
Councilmember Garza, any questions?
Hello, please introduce yourself and why you would like to be on the charter.
retired from SAPD, where I did 30 years. Been about 3 years now, and I just see how things. I think Kirby needs to go back to how it used to be. A long time ago.
Any more questions? Councilman Lima, any more questions?
Thank you very much.
Mayor Pro Tem Abdallah, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Councilman McCormick, any questions?
I do. First of all, thank you for your service as well. I do have one question based upon something you said. You said you'd like to see Kirby go back to the way that it used to be. How is that?
It was a much more friendly place. It was, I mean, we had country stores, we had Henke's, we had Brantley's, Finsky's. Just everybody got along. The town marshal used to come over and he would cut our grass for us. Sometimes on his tractors, we had a big lot. We raised cows and sheep and everything else here in Kirby. So I've been around for a long time.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for applying. All right, next up we have Mr. Jeff Eklund, and you can step up to the podium. All right. Councilman Street, you have any questions? No. Councilman Garcia, have any questions?
I'd just like for you to introduce yourself and say why you'd like to be on charter.
Okay, my name is Jeff Eklund. Why I would like to be on there is that I've lived here in Kirby for about 38, 39 years. I've been in volunteer work since I moved into the city. I was on the city council before. I've been on the senior center board. I was also on the crime control and prevention board as the vice president and the president. I've worked the charters with the crime control and prevention, so I'm familiar with how charters are put together. Also with the senior center when it was on its own. And that's basically it. Like I said, like I say, I've done volunteer work here, been on different boards, volunteering for boards and stuff, and want to continue to do so.
Any more questions? Councilman Lee, any questions?
No, thanks for applying.
Mayor Pro Tem Abdallah, any questions?
No, thank you for
Councilman McCormick, any questions?
Yes, Mr. Eklund, are you still currently on the board?
I resigned as the president because I was running for city council, and then I just recently resigned from the board itself.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for applying. And then we have Monica Valdez. Please step up to the podium. Councilman Street, you have any questions?
No.
Councilman Barber, any questions?
Yes, I would just like you to introduce yourself and say why you'd like to be on the charter.
Good evening, my name is Monica Valdez, and I've lived in Kirby about 10 years. And I've never been involved in local politics or anything like that, but was told that, the charter review is up for review this in 30 years, and I think it's a great opportunity to visit and kind of with the evolution of technology and all that stuff, make sure that our resources are protected. And with this group of people that are, I think that we can come up with an updated charter to ensure that Kirby continues to thrive and successful. Because I really enjoy this town. I was very hesitant to move to this area, and then you saw the house, and I drove in the neighborhood, and
Do we want to read what he wrote? Around the door?
The council has it. Do we not, I thought that was a copy.
I did. Do we
Oh.
want to read it
Okay.
so everybody can hear?
City Secretary, if you would like to read it, you can read it.
Okay.
I am Chief Master Sergeant Ron Bedore, and I retired from the Air Force Military Personnel Center, Randolph Air Force Base in 1993 after serving for nearly 28 years. I worked in military personnel, which in the civilian world is human resources, and have an associate's degree in a related area. My wife and I bought our house in Kirby in November 2004. My only community involvement is I volunteered at the Kirby Senior Center before the City Council took it over. I would like to serve on the review committee to see if it is adequate or requires change or addition. I am a firm believer in, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if amendment is required, I would recommend that it be done. Regards, Ron Bedore.
Thank you. Okay, so we have, everyone who actually, did Ms. Ortiz, did she put her application in?
No, ma'am.
She did not, okay, I just wanna make sure. Okay, so we have, Mr. Bedore, we have Ms. Selinsky, Ms. Bynum, Mr. Grant, Sanchez, Ms. Valdez, we got Smiles, Mr. King, Mr. Eklund, Ms. Frazier, Ms. Robinson, and Mr. Grant. Oh, I'm not sure I said all the names.
Yes, ma'am.
On the vote. Okay, so if anybody has anybody that wanna make a motion for it, you have to do it one by one and we'll be together. Councilmember Street.
Madam Mayor, I move to appoint Sandra Selinsky to the Charter Review Commission.
Second.
I have a motion to approve Sandra Selinsky to the Charter Review Commission, first by Councilmember Street, seconded by Councilmember Garza. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick,
What I'm trying to do is, she's one of the names here, but we're gonna know.
She was the one who spoke.
She just spoke. So Ms. Selinsky, okay, yes.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Councilmember Molina,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca,
No.
Mayor Greider.
No.
Motion passes.
Thank you for applying. Welcome aboard. Have another motion?
I have a motion, Mayor, to appoint Mr. King to the Charter Review Commission.
Second.
I have a motion to appoint Mr. King, Kerry King, to the Charter Review Commission, first by Councilmember Garza, seconded by Councilmember Street. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick,
No.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Councilmember Molina,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca,
Yes.
Mayor Greider.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Welcome aboard, Mr. King. Have a motion? Okay. Councilmember Street.
Madam Mayor, I move to appoint Renee Bynum to the Charter Review Commission.
Second.
I have a motion to appoint Renee Bynum to the Charter Review Board, first by Councilmember Street, second by Councilmember Garza. Please call roll.
Councilmember Molina.
Councilmember Molina.
Oh, I'm sorry, Councilmember Molina. I'm so sorry. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Councilmember Molina,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca,
Yes.
Mayor Greider.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Mayor, I make a motion to appoint Jeff Eklund to the Charter Review Commission.
Second.
And remember, Mayor, we've got to get 7.
Yes, correct. I'm just trying to write something down.
Yes, ma'am.
Trying to make sure I got it. Okay. We have a motion to appoint Jeff Eklund to the Charter Review Board. First by Councilmember Garza, and who's the second? Councilmember Molina, please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick?
No.
Councilmember Garza?
Yes.
Councilmember Street?
No.
Councilmember Molina?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca?
Yes.
Mayor Gregor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mayor, I make a motion to, appoint, Tamika Miles to the Charter Review Committee.
A second.
Have a motion to appoint Tamika Miles to the Charter Review Board. First by Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca, second by Councilmember Garza, please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember Garza?
Yes.
Councilmember Street?
No.
Councilmember Molina?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca?
Yes.
Mayor Gregor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mayor, I make a motion to appoint Angela Sanchez to the Charter Review Committee.
Second.
Have a motion to appoint England Sanchez to the Charter Review Committee, Charter Review Board, first by, I know I heard something, so. Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca, second by Councilmember Molina, please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember Garza?
No.
Councilmember Street?
No.
Councilmember Molina?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca?
Yes.
Mayor Gregor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mayor, I make a motion to,
appoint Mike Grant to
hold
the
on,
Charter
no, this is,
Review Committee.
Okay.
just because you got it out before you know.
Yeah, I got it out first.
No, that's not how it goes. We get just over
Okay,
top.
wait a minute,
That's how
hold
it
on,
goes. That's what
wait,
it's
wait,
supposed to
wait.
be.
Everybody, calm down.
No,
Hey,
that's
Point of order.
Point of order, everyone. First warning, you're not recognized. Now, y'all have made several motions, right?
And that
And
shouldn't
wait,
matter.
Councilmember, you're not recognized.
It
So
shouldn't
no,
matter.
Councilmember Street, that's your second warning, one more time right now. So again, y'all have made motions, raise your hands. She actually raised her hand, and I said make the motion, because y'all were, we can play that at the table if we need to. So that's what I'm saying, but it doesn't, Councilmember Garza. So, whoever the person is, if you don't wanna vote for him, you'll just vote no. That's how it's gonna go, right? So, Mayor Pro Tem, make your motion.
Mayor, I make a motion to appoint Mike Grant to the Charter Review Committee.
Second.
Have a motion to appoint Mike Grant to the Charter Review Committee. First by Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca, second by Councilmember Molina, please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember Garza?
You couldn't show up to council meetings. No.
Councilmember Street?
You won't show up, no.
Councilmember Molina?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca?
Yes.
Mayor Gregor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mayor,
Thank you. One moment, please. That is seven, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Councilmember Garcia, you recognized? Oh, I thought you said you wanted,
yeah, so she had her hand up first.
you said mayor, okay. Councilmember Street, you're recognized.
Perhaps we should get an alternate on this board simply because two of the people that you all have approved are notoriously absent. Is that an option here?
It's not in section 12 and 11. It says, every 6 years you appoint seven people to be on the Charter Review Commission.
So what happens when they don't show up?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it goes that far to discuss it. But it doesn't say anything about alternates.
Do you have any more questions?
What are you gonna do when they don't show up? How do we handle that?
We have a lot of boards and committees and commissions that don't show up. We have
And how
council
do we
members out right
handle,
now.
this is a short-term committee, 6 months only. It's not something you can just come when you feel like it. You actually have to do work in between the meetings. I was on it the last time.
Yeah.
So, you say that like it was a bad thing. Did you really mean it that way?
Councilmember McKinney, please.
I'm asking, what do we do when they don't show up?
If they don't show up, it's the same thing. We've had council members besides previous councilmember Grant, and I don't know who else you're talking about. We have other council members who have not shown up. If we actually go down the list and actually we did a chart, there's plenty of other council members that have not shown up.
I've done a chart.
And they have not shown up. And they've been on boards and committees, they've been sick or whatever. Somebody had a surgery, I mean, what do you wanna do? Do you wanna tell them, I'm
Then
sorry?
you're not on a committee because you can't fulfill your duties. It's not a blemish against you, it's just you can't do it. You should not be on the committee. Just to be on it so you can say you're on it is not the point.
We have several people that's been on several committees, and they have not shown up. And this has not come up before.
Well, I'm
From
asking.
you, Councilmember Street.
It's
It has
coming
not
up
come
now.
up
It's coming up
because
now.
it's in charter review. Councilmember Garza?
All I'm gonna say is this, we had some great people show up today, and, it was kind of my, idea that, everybody who pretty much showed up today should have gotten a fair shake at, being on the charter review, and the idea that you already showed up. And that's a huge part, I think. So I think honestly, it sounds to me like there was already some kind of predeterminations made by some of the council here, so it seems as though that's just how we're gonna roll.
Anybody else have any discussion? Councilman, do you have anything?
Yes, I do want to say something. You know, it is ridiculous for us to be up here saying that there was something already decided or anything like that. It hasn't been, and it never will be, according to me. I come up here and try to make the best decision that I can with everybody that comes and applies. For us to be sitting up here and say that, you know, or try to accuse somebody, you know, people are going to be sick. Life is going to happen. And sometimes people will not be able to show up, and that's okay. That's the way life is. You know, a couple of nights ago, we had a big storm come in. They didn't want to call it a tornado, but you see out there, people need help fixing their fences and everything. This is life. We selected the best people we think should be up here, and I welcome each and every one that was selected. You know, we're not perfect, nobody is. But we have to move on, and we can't be just second guessing every little thing. So thank you all that showed up. Thank you for the ones that made it to the committee. And I really appreciate you all coming out and doing this. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Councilmember McCormick.
Okay, I just want to say thank you as well to everyone that did apply, and if you was not selected, I do hope that you consider joining another board or organization. We always welcome new faces, new opportunities. Unfortunately, we only have so many spots in this committee, and there are people out here that I would have also liked to vote for, but we just didn't have enough spots. So I do hope that you all continue to pursue opportunity to assist with the city and to move us forward.
All right, so everybody's had their time, everybody's good? Okay, so we have Ms. Zelensky, Ms. Bynum, Mr. King, Mr. Eklund, Smiles, Sanchez, and Mr. Grant for the Charter Review Board. Welcome aboard, and our city secretary will be reaching out so you guys can coordinate the times to meet so everybody can get on the same schedule of everybody's availability. Again, thank you to everybody that has applied. Oh, and I do want, yeah, there actually is somebody on here too that I actually wanted
go back to 9B, or is that where we're going?
You ready for it?
I am, and what I'm gonna tell you though is that our research indicates unless there's something incredibly wrong with the lowest bidder, that they're incompetent, they've got a bad reputation, they haven't done the work, or they can't do the work, we pretty much, under CBDG, we need to take them, unless there's something just overwhelming with the lowest bidder. That just says they are incompetent, we can't trust them, they won't do the work, they won't perform. So long as they've turned everything in and they've got everything, their I's dotted, T's crossed, I think that's who we have to go with. That's my opinion.
Okay, so we are back on 9B, discussion of possible action to approve resolution 2026-5252, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents to obtain and enter into an agreement with Blank Company for a foundation repair vendor for the CBDG Senior Center fiscal year 25 project. Okay, so we are back. The question now has been answered. And I just want to just clarify what you just said, because that's what I was making sure that it says under work complete. So even if they don't offer the same service, that to me that doesn't seem, if they don't all offer the same exact service.
Well, and that would go back to the responsiveness of it. So I would recommend, if there's any doubts up there, let's let the engineer, the city engineer, take a look at it and measure it against, okay, is it clearly responsive? Is it what we want for it to be done? Is it gonna be done? How did their responses, were the responses in sync with what we're requesting? So if you're having any doubts about that, then that's gonna be a question for the engineer. I would recommend you postpone it, bring it back in a couple weeks, let's get the city engineer to take a look at it and see what they think, to make sure the responsiveness matches to what we actually want.
Okay, Councilor Street.
When Miss Kathy was up here talking about it, I guess you weren't in the room, she proposed that she contact these people who applied with their proposals to get a with and a without the sidewalk number, so that we can compare apples to apples. Isn't that what you said, Kathy? That's what I thought. So, yes, in essence, we would be postponing it until we got the new numbers that included the sidewalk and didn't include the sidewalk. So, we can make that decision easier.
And Mayor, and I will tell you, I mean, it needs to be done like yesterday, but not at the cost of us doing it wrong. And it will wait 2 weeks, in my opinion, you know. But that's what I'm saying. I think the city engineer needs to look at it, see if what they're proposing matches, the responses match what we're asking for. That's what I would recommend. But you know,
Okay, so.
better be safe than sorry.
Okay, great. So consensus is that we'll postpone this. Okay. Okay, let me go down the line. Okay, Councilor Street, you have anything else?
No, I think we should postpone.
Okay, thank you. Councilor McGuire, do you have any discussion?
I think we should postpone.
Thank you. Councilor Lee, you have any discussion?
Yes, the only thing is, if you look at Ocean Foundation, they only give us a 10-year warranty. All the rest give lifetime warranties. So that'll be something we need to take into consideration when we do get the revised number that we'll be looking for. Then yes, I think we should postpone till we get some of this action, because it comes out cheaper, but the warranty is not the same. That's a big difference there as well. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Abdallah, any discussion?
No, I agree to postpone.
Councilman McCormick, any discussion?
No, Mayor, I agree to postpone.
Okay. So we're gonna postpone and bring this back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go back to 9A, discussion possible action to approve resolution 2026-5050, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents to obtain and enter into an agreement
that I'm about to read over, I do kind of want to point out two in particular, which are going to be your lowest cost bids, the CertaPro and the palatable painting. I know that one is $400, about $400 less, as compared to palatable painting. I did want to point out though, as compared to those two, CertaPro came in, offered no color choices when I had mentioned that we're thinking about changing the color of the door and like the cabinets. And they suggested a color palette of white on white. I don't know if that's going to be feasible. Palatable painting is actually one I recommended based on different factors. One, they include a free color assessment consultation, a very detailed where the owner mentioned, well, offer different color samples. I will spend the time to sit down with you. And so my experience with that particular vendor as compared to the previous one was a lot pleasant as far as the options and the customer service.
All right, let's hear, okay, thank you. Councilman Street, discussion?
Again, this is the CDBG is paying for this, so we're going to be required to take the lowest bid. The only difference I see here is one's a 2-year limited warranty, one's a 3-year on the two lowest. And they're $400 different. So I don't know if it matters that we don't have apples and apples on the warranty, but we have to take the lower bid.
What I would recommend, if you allow me to, is when after I did, because I had a project mapped out as far as calling which one project 1 and project 2. In my head, I was thinking, oh, foundation, get the painting done.
Yeah, get the foundation done first, because it's gonna make the walls do weird things.
And so, every single one of the and I had already started, because I was doing it concurrently, and every single one of the foundation repairs mentioned it's probably a good idea to hold off on the painting until the very end.
You mentioned something about the color, that they really didn't give you a color palette to play with. Can you submit the colors you want and see if it changes the price? Since we're gonna be waiting on the foundation for 2 weeks, we can wait 2 weeks to make this decision as well, because this will have to happen after the foundation gets done, correct? Or is what we're
It would
suggesting?
actually, we could postpone it for a lot longer because.
Sure. Because you're gonna want that building to settle. It's gonna settle.
Yes.
Even after they put the piers in. So, okay.
I had moved it in my chart to the very last project. So
Okay, but can you ask them about color choices and see if if that affects the price any, then it may be a moot point here. Because it may bump them over the other one that you did like, so. Does that sound reasonable? Cool, thanks.
Any other discussion or questions? Okay, Councilman Garza, any discussion or questions?
Nope.
Councilman, any discussion or questions?
Yes. Ms. Sanchez, Gomez, I'm sorry. On this painting, they're willing to wait the 30 or 60 days that the foundation repair people.
I did make it clear to each vendor that this would be the very last project based on the recommendation from the foundation companies, and they all agree.
So they will hold the prices of whatever they get. Okay. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Any discussion or questions? Any discussions or questions, Councilman McCormick?
Yes, ma'am, I do. Yes, ma'am. I did read in a CertaPro quote that this quote only applies for a select color that only requires 2 coats. If it needs to apply a third coat or more, then the price will be effective.
Yes.
So they're saying white on white, but at the same time, if you choose not to go with white, then possibly the effective price if it's 3 coats or more. So that's something, that was a question that was brought up about the color and the price. That was how their contract read. So, again, I just wanted to point that out, the difference between the two, it may come back, pretty close.
Okay, so what we'll do is we're gonna bring this back to, Ms. Gomez, can you, whatever the colors are that the senior center wants, can you please, put that in and let these companies know so we can get accurate pricing? Now we know things, for some reason, always seems to happen, but still, as accurate as possible. And then we can bring this back also. Okay?
Okay, we'll do.
Thank you. Moving on back down to 9D, discussion of possible action to adopt ordinance number 2100, executive session policy, wherein no electronic devices shall be admitted into executive session, providing severability, providing an effective date. For this one, we actually need to bring it back. I would like to bring this one back to a later date, because I think it needs some extra additional, like processes in the ordinance. That's why. Councilmember Street, you have any discussion or questions?
I'll wait.
No discussion or questions?
I will take it after I've heard other questions. Thank you.
Okay.
I will reserve my 5 minutes.
No, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
I don't have to do it right
Councilmember
now.
Barnes, go ahead with your question, discussion and questions.
Okay, my questions on this are very distinct. It's like we're pressing here for, cell phones, earbuds, smartwatches, tablets, laptops. And, this rule does not apply to city-owned devices strictly required for presentations by the city attorney, city secretary, official record-keeping purposes. But I'm kind of questioning as to why this came up. I mean, this has obviously never been in a situation before, yet I was just wondering kind of how it ran down. So, Mr. Attorney, I was just going to ask you a few questions about that. Number one, is this constitutional to make sure that nothing goes back there, any type of stuff? Because what if you have hearing aids or a pacemaker or,
I don't think those are included. in the
Apple
ordinance.
Watch.
Yeah, what if your Apple Watch connects to your sugar thing? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm assuming you could bring in a medical letter from a doctor, something along those lines.
all because of what? Now, what was the background behind this? Who asked you to do this? Nobody? Nobody brought it to you?
We just think we
Who's
need.
we? We who?
Me, myself, and I.
So you brought this to our.
Yeah, it needs to be here. Something needs, when you go back in executive session, things need to be quiet back there. You don't need to let anything out. Nothing needs to be recorded, nothing needs to be done. It needs to be, the sanctity of executive session is very, very important.
Okay, but who brought this to you? Nobody. You just, last week, for some reason, had an inkling that executive session had too many cell phones in there? And so you decided that this should be put on our
This is just for council to decide.
But I'm asking though, who brought it to you?
Nobody.
So you haven't even looked at this thing? Nobody sent this to you? Nobody emailed you? Nobody talked to you about it?
No, I'm the one that wrote it.
Okay, but again, why was it wrong? That's what I'm trying to understand. The thing is it really doesn't decipher any parts of why this was brought about. I mean, was there not an issue 2 weeks ago, before I was on council, before I had my first executive session, and then all of a sudden we want to just stop all the, my smartwatch from getting in there? Because we're afraid
What do you have to hide?
I have nothing to hide. That's what I'm asking you guys. What do you guys have to hide? Why are you adding this if there's not a problem? I don't have nothing to hide. Again, I'm not on trial here. I'm asking you because you're a lawyer and you're supposed to give us the exact same information. So who brought this to you?
Nobody.
Yeah. I don't believe that one bit. I don't believe that one bit. I think you got in trouble last week for saying who brought you something, and I think you kind of were like a little gun shy, so I mean, I get it.
No.
But I will say this, again, this has not been properly vetted. There's so many things of which some kind of smart feature may be, involved in whatever you have. To sit here and stop us from taking in, like now I gotta check myself or what, or I'm gonna be, what's it called, put like a misdemeanor on me for this? Is that how it's supposed to work? I just don't quite understand what the situation is. Am I gonna get kicked out of the whole meeting because it's like, hey Chris, I see the smartwatch. You're like, oh crap, you know? Is that how that's supposed to go?
I don't want any recording devices back there. I don't want that. And you shouldn't want it either.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I have absolutely no issue with having a recording device back there, and the idea that I want to re-listen to something, which I'm pretty sure I have every right to do if that's what I wanted to do. And you, sir, are trying to prevent it from happening. So, again, unless there's somebody else who brought it to you to try and prevent something from going on. You just brought this up yourself. I love that you're a lawyer. I don't know when this decided to happen, but our attorney now has every ability to just bring things and put them on our agenda. I mean, I thought it was just the mayor and the city manager or two council members had to write in. Man, this charter can't come quick enough because it seems as though our attorneys are just running rampant and free with whatever they want to do. I can't imagine that that's allowed at your firm. I can't imagine.
Well, I recommended that this would be a good thing to do.
Why?
Because
you have no answer to that. Why?
You need to respect the sanctity of executive
Why?
session.
What is so sanctity? What is so sanctity? I really would like to know. As a matter of fact, what I would like to do is hold people to their words. That's what you're trying to avoid. I see it.
Thank you. Councilman Molina, any discussion or question?
Just some comments. It's like, I don't see why we would have a problem with not having to take any kind of devices back there if it's supposed to be an executive session and we're not supposed to have anything recording. Seems like some people think we should, and I don't think we should have anything like that. I don't mind even leaving mine out here, even though I do have a monitor that I have posted on my watch. But if we're going to be there for, an hour or so, I have no problem with it. I think that's the way it should be. I don't think we should argue about having to take anything like that unless you want to use it against somebody else. But, that is what we're supposed to do is work together and work on it. Merritt, thank you for trying to do this, bringing it back at a later date if you want to work on it. So that's all I have to say.
Mayor Macamadaka, any discussion or questions?
I agree with it. I don't see why we should get, no one should have a problem with that. I mean, if you have nothing to hide, then you should get an agreement. That's all I have.
I don't understand.
Councilman McCormick, any discussion or questions?
Since this will be coming back before the board, with council at a later date, I'll reserve my input until then.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so again, I would like this to come back, and I also, the same thing, is that, there's other cities, when this was even discussed initially, this has been discussed in the past several different times. For example, there was a posting that came out, and we weren't even out of executive session. So that means it had to come from a council member. So, and so there was questions asked then, and then nobody fessed up to it. So again, executive session is everything supposed to be an executive session. Now I know, for example, there's other cities that have executive session, our sister cities, where you cannot bring in any electronic devices in there. You cannot do that. What's supposed to be an executive session is supposed to be an executive session. Matter of fact, I need to get the thing where I should be reading something before when we go back there and start executive session also. But if you have nothing to hide, like if you know you're not secretly recording people, then why would that be a problem? That was no different than if you were, we are like pretty much like board members, right? That's like a company. You have to think of it like that. Do you think that, I'm trying to think of another entity or company, do you think that they're gonna allow you to go take your phone and secretly record and then come out and publicly be like, listen, this is what happened in the board meeting and behind closed doors? No. Again, because we are on council, different consequences are different. But if this was like your employer and you let some information out when you were in a closed door session, more than likely you would be fired. But on council, it's just a little different. So again, I would like this to come back with some process in there. And yes, this was previously discussed several different times, and then in the past, and then bringing it up. I don't understand what the problem is. So, yes, I would like to bring it back. Unless you would like to make a motion.
I don't recall it ever being brought up while I've been on council.
Councilmember Street actually has been brought up.
Not while I've been on council.
Yes, ma'am, it actually has been brought up.
No, it hasn't.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Moving on to 9E, discussion and possible action, removing regular member Shante Wells from Economic Development Committee.
Mayor, make a motion to accept removing regular member
Shante Welch
from the Economic Development Committee.
Second. Have a motion, one moment. Have a motion to remove regular member Shante Wells from Economic Development Committee. First by Councilmember Molina, second by Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember Garza?
I don't know how this got by without any discussion. First off, I mean, you didn't even give us her 5 minutes.
I had my hand up.
She literally had.
I had my hand up.
That's one moment, the motion's on the floor. Can you not discuss after to remove the
Yes.
member?
No, I have a question.
Your question, what is your question?
How are we removing someone? Are they not resigning? It says
They haven't,
removing.
right, they haven't been shown, they have not been coming.
Now, see, that begs the question of what I was talking about with charter review.
They're not.
For people who don't show up.
So they have not been showing up because they have a personal situation. Now, we could have left them on the books, right? But they have a personal situation and they're not
And they didn't
showing
resign.
up. The wording, what exactly is the wording? Because I know she said right now is not a good time. So on here, should we put, should it be resign or, Mr. Jones?
I think it should
Resign or remove? What is the, what is
Well,
the?
removing would be the council, y'all actually removing.
Just removing her,
Yeah.
okay.
Now, if she were to resign, then you could accept her resignation.
So can we
They're
remove
two
her?
different things.
So we can remove her, correct? I thought the council has the right to remove someone from,
If you, as city council, you have the right to appoint and remove.
okay, thank you.
You have the, if you have the power to appoint, then you also have the power to remove.
Thank you. Okay, so any more discussion?
I'm trying to compare this to the question I brought up about charter review and people not showing up. They only have probably six meetings. They may have more, they can call more. But they're only effective for 6 months. Are we going to be able to remove someone who doesn't show up twice out of 6 meetings? That's a third of the time. That's the question I was coming up with that you discouraged.
I didn't discourage your question. I was just.
And you basically said it doesn't happen, but it's on this agenda. We're removing somebody for not being there. I'm sorry, but this is the exact position I was talking about. Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Garza.
I'm
so
yes,
sorry.
I vote to remove Shante Welch. It sounds like she doesn't want to be on the committee.
Councilmember Molina?
Yes.
She has a personal situation.
Councilmember Street?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apodaca?
Yes.
Mayor Grider?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, Ms. Welch, for your situation.
I'm sorry too.
I have absolutely no clue what's going on, and you
Moving
sit
on
there
to
and
9F,
say that.
discussion and possible action appointing regular member of Beautification Recycle Committee. Councilmember Street, any discussion?
Oh, I get to talk now? let's see. Is Miss Lambert Lozana here? Not here? Okay, well, then I guess I can't ask her any questions. Okay, well, no, that's it.
Councilmember Garza, any discussion or questions?
No.
Councilwoman, any discussion or questions?
No, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem Amador, any discussion or questions?
Yeah.
Councilmember McCormick, any discussion or questions? No, ma'am, I think we have her application here in the packet, is that correct? Correct. Okay, I read her application. Do I have a motion?
Mayor, I make a motion to accept the appointment of, what's her name? Of, Mary Lambert Lozana to the, Beautification and Recycle Committee.
Second.
Have a motion to accept Mary Lozana Lambert to the Beautification Recycle Committee, first by Councilmember Garza, second by Councilmember Molina. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember Garza?
Yes.
Councilmember Molina?
Yes.
Councilmember Street?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apadaka?
Yes.
Mayor Gregor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And welcome, Ms. Lambert. Okay, moving on to a 9G, discussion and possible action on appointing council liaisons to committees and commissions. Right now, we have Animal Advisory Committee, we had Councilmember Grant, and then we have Councilmember Street. There needs to be on the next agenda an appointment though, because for somebody to sit on the board, they need to be appointed. So we need to put that on there to take Councilmember Sanchez off.
Yes.
That needs to happen. Then we have Beautification Recycle Committee, that is Councilmember Lozano. Then we have Building and Standards Commission, that is, that was Councilmember Sanchez too, right?
Yes.
Councilmember Sanchez, okay. Okay, and then the Kirby Crime Patrol Prevention District Board, that was Apadaka, Economic Development Committee, myself, Planning and Zoning, Councilmember Molina. So we have two new council members, Councilmember Garza and, Councilmember McCormick. And so, Councilmember Garza, I suggest you take the place of Councilmember Grant, or take the Building and Standards Commission,
What was Grant doing again?
Animal Advisory Committee.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
You'll take that one? Okay. Okay, and then, and then Building and Standards Commission, Councilmember McCormick, would you like to take that one? Is that the only option? So, that is, well, I mean, technically, that really is the only option, to be honest. That one, unless you want to swap Animal Advisory. No, that's fine. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have on,
Question.
okay, discussion and questions.
Why isn't there a liaison for the Board of Adjustment? And why are there no members on the Board of Adjustment? I've seen 0 advertisements for that board. Planning and zoning cannot do variances, they can't do special consideration on anybody's property. So we need to put that out there so we can get a Board of Adjustment cooking. It's been months and months. Yes? Possible? Available?
Are you finished with your?
I'm asking.
That actually was discussed, Building and Standards, they're gonna be having a meeting in June. But the Board of Adjustments, has anybody applied for Board of Adjustments? No, they have not, correct?
So I'm saying it hasn't been advertised.
It's been advertised, nobody's applied, it's like you're pulling teeth to get people for anything else.
How do we get them on charter review if we can't get them on the Board of Adjustment? What's What's the difference?
Well, I don't know, you tell me, man.
I don't know, you made up the board of adjustment, I voted against it.
Well, I thought you just said we had to, legally, don't we have to have a board of adjustments? Okay.
No, we don't legally have to have one.
All right, are you finished here? Is that it?
No, I'm just trying to nail down, are we going to get a board of adjustment? Otherwise,
We need one.
we can't, planning and zoning cannot do what they need to do. You've now made it illegal because we technically have a board of adjustment with nobody on it.
Planning and zoning can, function.
They can't do variances. It says so.
But planning and zoning, they're functioning.
Well, but we need a zoning board of adjustment to do the variances, and that's why we need them legally.
How many of those do we have hanging, waiting to be approved? I'm scared to ask.
That I don't know.
No, there's someone who's talking about it, they haven't put in an application yet, but we don't have anyone waiting in the wings with an application ready to go for variance at this time.
No, I'm talking about how many variances are waiting to be approved.
No, that's what I'm saying, there's not.
Okay, so there's nobody wants to put a carport in and needs their variance.
Right, there are people talking, but no one's put in the variance application.
Well, that's good then. We're not holding anybody up. Thank you.
Anything else, ma'am?
No.
Councilman Garza, do you have any discussion or questions?
No.
Councilman Lee, do you have any discussion or questions?
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Apadaka, any discussion or question?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Gorman, any discussion or questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So, Animal Advisory Committee, Councilmember Street,
Yes, ma'am.
well, no, it's both of them. It's Councilmember Street and it's Councilmember Garza. And then the next meeting will take off, Councilmember Sanchez and put somebody actually appointed to the board. Then we have Beautification Subcommittee, Councilmember Lozano, Building and Standards Commission, Councilmember McCormick, Kirby Crime Control and Prevention District Board, Mayor Pro Tem Apadaka, Economic Development Committee, myself, Planning and Zoning Commission, Councilmember Molina. All right. And we need to make a motion. We didn't actually have to vote on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Wrong
Make a
vote.
motion, everybody just wrote it down, or?
As indicated.
And just say as indicated?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
Okay.
I'm hoping that Christine's got them all down.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anybody have a motion?
Mayor, make a motion to make council liaisons as indicated.
As indicated.
Have a motion, to appoint all council liaisons as indicated, first by Councilmember Garza, second by Mayor Pro Tem Apadaka. Please call roll.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Molina,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Apadaka,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're down to 10. Oh, okay.
Executive session.
Okay, and this one for the closed session, actually, we don't have to do this in closed session, this actually can be open session. For the Roger Owens case, this is just an update, correct?
It's just an update, Mayor, and there's an outside counsel that's representing the city, Mr. Charles Frigerio, and he basically said that they're doing motions and that they have a scheduling order. They're going to do mediation by June 22nd, and then the trial date is set for September 28th, and that's all he told me. So I don't know anything other than that. Can't share anything other than what's public record. That's all I
September
know.
what?
September 28th, the trial date set for September 28th, and the court scheduling order states that the case must be mediated by June 22nd. So,
And they're mediating?
June 22nd, then by June 22nd, so another couple weeks they'll have it mediated. Yeah, that's what he said. So, and if they can't get it settled, then they'll go to trial on September 28th. And that's all I know. And that's public record. You can go to Pacer and look it up.
All right, thank you. And now we're moving to
Right Against Bullying Bike Month event this Saturday is going to be postponed.
I can hardly hear you.
Oh, I do apologize. I said the mayor will go into more detail about this, but the Right Against Bullying Bike Month event this Saturday will be postponed.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. Moving on to requests and announcements by council. Councilman Street.
Okay. Our city manager appears to be missing. I got no notification that he'd be missing the meeting per our charter and his contract. Is there any consequence of this?
There was a death, so he had to leave abruptly.
Okay. Okay. It would be nice to get an email.
And it happened like right at 6, I don't know,
Okay.
6 o'clock, I believe, 1800. It was really quick, so I'm sorry for that timing.
Okay. Second request, I'd like a list of projects. City manager must have an idea of what he wants to do with the $15 million. We came up with a total, so on the next agenda, please give us a list of projects and the estimates you use to get a total so we can discuss it at the next meeting. Second request, on the next agenda, I'm asking for an explanation of where this $15 million is coming from, specific to our situation. Not hypothetical, but how this city will fund $15 million and the repayment of it. Second request for this, it's time to start working on the budget. Will the city manager please give council a list of possible dates for budget workshop meetings? It's vacation season and we need to be sure that we can work around absences. Also, I don't want us to wait until the retreat, which I know is inevitably coming, in August to do the budget. We need to start now looking at numbers because we're going to have to be adjusting things. And I don't want to do it at the last minute when we're up against the wall, a time wall, and we can't get it done. Second request on this, I'm requesting an updated salary list be sent to all of council. I requested that last August and he sent it to me. So I'd like one for this year. It needs to be updated with the new names and positions for our budget discussions. Second request also, on the finance report and the 25-26 budget, there's a line item under administration, 10-520-3215 for contract services for human resources. So far, we've only spent $271.25. What is the name of this company and why aren't we making use of them? I'd like to put the HR contractor on the next agenda so that the city manager can explain their duties and responsibilities. Also, second request, I'd like to add to the next agenda a discussion on how we're going to handle the 5-minute rule when speaking about agenda items as well as who it applies to. I support reasonable time limits for council discussion, but I do have concerns about how follow-up questions are handled during those discussions. If multiple questions are asked at once, I would ask that any remaining allotted time be preserved for follow-up after staff responses. This would help ensure clearer communication and more balanced discussion between council and staff. There is no give and take of information. How are you defining a discussion? Who is our emergency management coordinator? I know that the mayor is the director, but may or may not have expertise in the subject. That's why the city usually has a coordinator. Could council be provided with an organizational chart? It's not included in chapter 38 of emergency management in the ordinances. And I'd like to thank all our employees for the work they do. It does not go unnoticed. And special thanks to our emergency management team that was working with the weather situation this week. And I wish everybody in Kirby Land a lovely weekend. And go Spurs, go. We're currently ahead. It's the third quarter. We're up by 10. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Garza.
Yes, I'd also like to have more information on the certificate of obligation, a list of projects, and an explanation on how the city will fund the repayment of it. I think to start talking about the budget pretty soon would be very beneficial than waiting on these items. And I also would like to see a salary list and understand what's going on with the contract services for HR. We all definitely know that I would like to discuss the rebuttals that are not happening because of our 5-minute rule. And lastly, lastly, I want to say good evening to everyone. Over the last few days, we saw strong winds, heavy rain, fallen trees, and damaged property. But more importantly, we saw something stronger than the storm. We saw the heart of Kirby. The heart of Kirby has never been buildings, budgets, or politics. It has always been people helping people. It's the neighbor who grabs a chainsaw before sunrise to clear a fallen tree from someone else's yard. It's the person knocking on doors to check on their elderly resident neighbors. It's families sharing supplies, helping move debris, or simply standing next to an overwhelmed neighbor. That is the spirit of looking out for one another and what has carried the city through every challenge it has ever faced. That is Kirby. In moments of crisis, titles don't matter much. What matters is character, and once again, our community showed its character loud and clear. I want to sincerely thank our first responders, public works crews, utility workers, and the city staff, but also every resident who stepped up and helped your neighbor. All of you deserve recognition and gratitude. What makes me proud to call Kirby home is that when things here get difficult, people here do not wait around asking whose responsibility something is. They simply help. They show up. They post weather updates and carry each other through the hard times. This attitude has always been the heartbeat of the city. Long before many of us ever sat on this dais, Kirby was built by hardworking families and neighbors who believed in taking care of one another. And even today, through every storm and every challenge, that same spirit is still alive. As we finish cleaning debris, fallen trees, and fixing houses and mailboxes, and helping neighbors recover, I hope we continue approaching this the same way we always have, together. Because no matter what challenges come our way, a connected community will always be stronger than any storm. Tonight, I'm simply grateful. Grateful that people are safe, grateful for every helping hand, and grateful to live in a city where compassion still matters. The spirit of helping one another is not just something Kirby does during emergencies. It's who we are. So thank you, and good night.
Thank you, Councilor Molina.
I want to thank everybody that came out. I want to thank everybody that stepped up to want to be on these committees that we desperately need. I hope that I am a person that will be inviting to everybody. I think that we are the ones that are showing how Kirby is supposed to be built and how we're supposed to treat one another. So I really want to thank all of our city employees that were out the other night, in the middle of the night working, police department that was out there, the public works like Councilman Garza was talking about earlier. That's what our Kirby should be about. Not about, why aren't you doing this or that? We are doing the best we can with what we've got here. I know it's not easy. There's been a lot of things that, why are you doing this or why aren't you doing this? Well, we are a small town with a big heart that we want to get things done. But we need to do them right. We can't just be, oh no, we're just going to put a Band-Aid here and that's it. We need to have our infrastructure ready for our residents, and that's what we're working on. I want to thank, once again, everybody that came out, all the fire department that stepped up, they're coming to work for us. All the other people that come and are looking out for us. Thank you so much for that, and I'm glad that somebody's keeping up with the Spurs up here because I didn't know what the score was until a minute ago. But with that said, thank you very much, everybody, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Mayor Rosanna.
So I'd like to thank the city staff for your hard work, especially after Tuesday night's bad weather. Most of our departments are short-staffed, so your hard work does not go unnoticed. Mr. Oswald, thank you very much for stepping up and for all you've done. I've seen you all over the city, and I really do appreciate your hard work. And so I saw some heated discussion on social media about whether or not it was a tornado or whether it touched down, yada, yada, yada. At this point, who cares? is just something, why do people want to argue about that? It just makes no sense to me. I'm sure the residents that suffer damage to their homes really don't care what you want to call it. All that matters to them is how are they going to fix it? How are they going to fix the damage and clean up their areas? That's what the concern should be at this point. Like Mr. Barbosa said earlier, take a minute to reflect on your comments and try to be a nicer person. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind to your neighbor or even a stranger. And I thank God that no one was injured or killed. I mean, there was a vehicle that rolled over a few times. Somebody could have been killed. And this is a perfect opportunity to get out and know your neighbor. Go out and help someone. And it can be a stranger. There's no reason that you can't go out and help somebody right now, especially in our community. We have a small community and everybody knows everybody almost. And go out there and meet a stranger and help. And then secondly, since school is letting out, the kids are home. Anybody that's been a parent knows how much kids eat. So I'd like to mention some food banks. There's two close by. The Agape Ministry, it's at 127 Lanark Drive. The phone number is 210-540-6655. They're close. And then even closer, we have My Father's Business Fellowship Church. It's a food distribution center. It's at 3155 Ackerman. Phone number is 210-606-3875. Now, online, if you go to covid19.sanantonio.gov, news4sanantonio.com, feedingamerica.org, Community First Health Plan Food Pantry, family-service.org, Fresh Track, and findhelp.org. You can go to these sites, you can key in your zip code, for the last two, you can go to those sites and key in your zip code. You will get the food pantries near you in your area. The first, the first 5 that I mentioned, you can actually go to the website and see what day they give out, what the requirements are. Do you have to fill out an application? Can you just show up? Some of these require you to be in a vehicle, unfortunately, because I know that there's some people that take the bus to these, and then they have to carry items. But so just call and find out. Check it out online ahead of time and see what you need to do. Feeding kids is expensive, and I went to HEB the other day, and 2 small bags was over $100. So I feel for the parents that have multiple kids. And then lastly, I would like on the next agenda, I would like an update on Councilmember Street's anger management therapy and the other 2 therapies that she's supposed to take. I'd like an update on that. And that's all I have. Everyone have a good night and be safe.
Thank you, Councilwoman McCormick. I would like to say thank you to everyone who is here in attendance to this council meeting. I think since we've been having council meetings, we've been seeing more and more people attend and get involved and actually staying until the end. So I do appreciate seeing so many people here in person. And of course, for those online, I thank you too for logging in and seeing what's going on in the city, and hope you become more involved. And you are welcome to come down. It's a welcoming place. Believe me, it is. Also, for those who did not make the Charter Review Committee this time, or this committee in particular, I encourage each and every one of you to please reapply for another event, another committee. If you don't make that committee, you don't need a title to get involved. Just stay engaged. We're a city, we're trying to just bring that hometown feeling back. And I think we're making some progress in that regard. And I'd like to see all those faces that we're seeing in person and the positivity, because there is more positive than negative in the city, okay? Also, I want to say thank you to our emergency response team for everything that you all did this past week during the storm. And also thank you for the things that we're continuing to do to help the citizens of this community. I know on the official City of Kirby website and social sites, a lot of information was put out in order to get assistance. I encourage you to please log into the City of Kirby official social media channels for the most accurate information regarding, damages to your property and things along those lines. I know I try to share sites of information from my account from the official City of Kirby website to make sure you all are getting the information put out by the city. Because sometimes people say they don't know what's going on. They're sharing more and more and more. We hear you. And so we're doing our best, and I know the city is doing their best to try to post as much on the social media sites. So if you're not part of that City of Kirby social media sites, please join in. Please ask everyone that that's not a part of it to join it. We will still share it on other sites, but that is the most accurate information that you can find regarding the City of Kirby affairs. On that note, I just like to say, we're going to continue moving Kirby forward. Thank you. So as we know about the storm, and you've seen the press releases that's been happening. Again, I want to thank that first our staff members who have been boots on the ground from that night, starting from the high water rescue that I got to witness, and Public Works. We always talk about fire and police, but everybody in our city is vital. Public Works, I don't think people realize there was trees that had fell over that was in the middle of the road while most of the people were sleeping, right? They were out there. I saw with my own eyes with backhoes in different streets, pulling trees out the road. So when you woke up in the morning, you didn't even realize that was happening. You just probably drove on to work. As we know from some reports of some people saying, well, it didn't happen on my street. Well, there were certain areas that were hit. And there are certain parts of this community that they woke up and they were really terrified. Some of the damage, is, we've had some people that was basically saying because remember, everybody doesn't have homeowner insurance. They don't. So some people were really worried. You have people who rent, and then we have slumlords, right? Let's be honest, we have those out there. And so some people are like, well, I don't know, what to do, what's going to happen. So some people were worried. But the one thing is, and I was that nobody, the first thing we came on the scene, the question was just everybody's okay. So there was no fatalities, there were no injuries. That's number one. So that's a blessing right there to our city and our community. But I just want to say to Public Works, thank you so much. They have been working so hard. Even helping when we had situations like, taking pictures. It was all hands on deck. As soon as I called Bear County, they came in, Mo from Public Works, he was on it. Everybody was just all hands on deck. Chief Cardona, Rendon, everybody they have been working so hard around the clock. And I just want to say thank you, because I think a lot of times we just wake up and like, we don't see it, so you don't know what's happened. But the reason you should be thankful you don't see it, because it was really devastating to a lot of families and community members in the city. And we have an aging community too, so there's something physically that you can't do, and we have a lot of aging trees, right? We know a lot of dead trees, so it just takes a storm, and it happens. I do want to say again publicly thank you to obviously Bear County Emergency Services. Thank you so much. The response was as soon as I made that call, the response came very, they were right on it, let's just say that. Thank you for Judge Sakai for the support. Had a conversation with him and made sure that all resources, whatever we needed to help with Bear County to make us get back how we were. And also Commissioner Calvert,
But I want to also thank voluntary organizations active in disasters, Texas on Mission, Texas Baptist Men, Poseidon Disaster Response, Community Bible Church, and the Bexar County Office of Community Emergency Response Team. Thank you so much. And if you want to lend a helping hand, the Volunteer Reception Center, you will need to go to the parking lot at True Vision Church at 2826 Ackerman Road. You would go there. You can register anytime, starting at 7 a.m. And work all the way till 6 p.m. If you don't want to work the full day, we understand. If you want to just go out for 2 hours, but check in there. Bexar County will be there, and we have some other volunteers there. You can check in there, sign up, and then you can go to the sites. So Saturday, everybody, if you can come out, please come out to on Saturday, Sunday, even tomorrow, right? Anyways, 8 to 6. And also the bike event, yes, it is postponed. Thank you to Kylie for understanding. He was very understanding about the postponement. I'm so sorry, but the city has to come, damage comes first. The priority is getting everybody back whole, and all the volunteers need to be boots on the ground if they can, bring brush to the curb if you can. Again, we'll postpone that, and life happens, it is what it is, but thank God everybody's okay. Meeting adjourned.
It's the end of the third quarter, we're up by 26 points. Now